Well, hey, my friend, welcome back to the podcast. I want to continue our discussion about Instagram this week and maybe go through a few tangible ways that you can kind of reframe your strategy or actually create a strategy that works for you. So tune in. Hello, my creative friend. Welcome to Creatives on Fire. Are you oh so tired of the constant struggle to keep up on social media? Do you wish you had more time freedom to actually be creative? Well, listen, I'm Melanie Ferguson, a creative business coach and multi six figure online creative business owner who's made so many mistakes growing my blog and social media to hundreds of thousands of followers, only to look up and have very little to show for it. Once I put my head down and added a few key systems and strategies, everything changed for me. In this podcast, I'll be sharing my proven systems and shortcuts, turning those followers into paying customers. So if you're ready, let's take your online business to the next level and leave all the overwhelm behind. Okay, my friends. We have heard from Miss Amy Sadler and Kelly Ratcliffe this month about how to go viral on Instagram and their brand new account strategies, along with what's working for them now, which was pretty amazing. So that's episode 138. If you missed it, I will link it below in the show notes. And then we also heard last week from Miss Jill Cook from Jill Comes Clean, and she gave us literally like an entire masterclass on Instagram and how she has grown her following to 700 and something thousand followers. It's crazy pants. So if you missed either of those, I will link them below in the show notes for you. But while that is all super amazing, well and good, and it gets us all fired up on the inside, I feel like what we really need is something concrete. Like when we wake up in the morning, what are we going to do on Instagram? So I love the big picture ideas and the concepts, but we also need to get super clear on what we're going to do on the daily. So for me, I have put together a plan and I want to share it with you here just in case it helps one of you with like sparking an idea. Yeah, I think I do want to add that and do that. Or that is a great way to get started. So let's dive in. First of all, I want to take a step back, you, me, us, whoever, and decide what purpose is Instagram serving for our business? Do we even need to be on Instagram as business owners? Like, or would you just prefer to use it as a personal device, a personal platform? So just know that it's okay to not be on all the platforms. But if you have a specific goal in mind, like earning business from a specific brand or just expanding your following over into Instagram, or maybe you have an e commerce product that you're wanting to put out over on Instagram. Whatever the case is, make sure you know going in exactly what your goal and purpose is with being on this platform. So once we've decided that, I've decided to batch. I don't want to scare you off with the word batch, and I will put a link in the show notes to the batching episodes that I have shared with you guys in the past because batching is not for everyone. But I know that if I can set aside an hour, I mean, surely in an hour a week, I can record 3 15-second reels. But I just feel like once I have that energy kind of set up that I'm going to work on reels and I have everything like the tripod out, I have the lighting out, I have the supplies out, everything ready to go, I feel like that's the best time for me to just knock it out. Now, I am giving myself grace and I'm not saying it's this specific day, which I know will be super helpful moving forward, but I want to give myself a lot of flexibility because let's face it, we're creative, we have squirrel brain. We are like, if you're like me, then if you say you're going to do that on a Monday and it's Tuesday and you haven't done it yet, you start self talking yourself like, oh my gosh, I stink. I should have done that. I can't believe I didn't do that. Oh, well, I guess I won't have fresh reels this week or just we don't want to go down that rabbit hole. So I'm giving myself the flexibility to pick a time and do all of the recordings at once. And if it doesn't happen that day, it's okay. It's going to happen the next day. So making sure they're all recorded. And then I'm going to allocate 30 minutes. 30 minutes. I am going to set a timer, my friend, twice a day. I think that's plenty. Especially getting started. Twice a day, 30 minutes to put my post out there, engage with the comments as far as on my posts that I posted previously and friends' post in the feed. So, and then sharing content. And what I mean by that is if you see a reel or someone else's content that would really resonate with your audience, to go ahead and just share it up in stories. So 30 minutes twice a day for Instagram activities and really, really stick to it. So Instagram has this really handy dandy alert that you can set up in the back end. Just go dig around for it. It will let you put like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever you want to put for your time that you want to be able to spend on there before you get a notification. And then it'll pop up and say, hey, you want to take a break? You said you did. So I love that. And that's kind of like built in accountability to hop off of there. Now, there is there is also a strategy that I want to put together for my brand reach out. So I don't know about you, but at the beginning of the year, I told you guys to put your top 10, 7, 5 brands on sticky notes and put them in your planner. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I created a planner just for you guys. And let me tell you a little bit about it. Hey, Melanie Ferguson here. I have created a content planner for creatives that's unique to content creators. It's a 52-week planning guide and calendar designed to help you manage your time, help you stay organized, consistent, and really just know what to do and when. From planning your content to making sure you're on track every single week, this planner allows you to focus on what matters most for your business. So, if you're looking for a way to keep all of your things organized, be able to be ahead of the game, and know exactly what to do and when, check it out at creativesonfirepodcast.com/planner. That's creativesonfirepodcast.com/planner. Okay, so if you haven't already gotten your planner, go ahead and grab one. It is never, never too late. And so take those sticky notes with the brands. I call them like my goal brands, the ones I want to work with still, and put them across your week and those days that you are posting. So I've set up for 3 reels a week minimum. And I have found that posting less is getting me more reach. So I'm posting 3 reels a week. And then those times that I sit down for 30 minutes, I will be also including brand engagement. So that's when I'm going to actively go to these brands that's on my sticky note. So it'll be one that, one a day, one a one a day that I post a reel. And so I will make sure I'm following them, make sure I'm engaging with their content, and actively remembering to tag them in any post that I have that I'm going to be pushing out. So, picking your top 2, 3, 5 brands that you want to make sure are on top of mind that week. Otherwise, it just kind of falls through the cracks for me at least. And so I don't want that to happen. So, especially like if you are really hot and heavy wanting this brand, grab one of their latest posts and share it up in your stories and tag them. I mean, that's really, really, really good. All right. So, with those reels that I'm going to post, I want to make sure that I'm posting with a purpose and that these reels have a complete goal in and among themselves. So, I'm going to focus on the 4 E's with every one of these reels. It's either going to provide entertainment, because there is a time and place for that. So, entertainment to my audience, education, emotion, or e commerce. So, that's just an easy way to remember when you're creating the content, what purpose is this going to serve? It's not always going to be education because nobody wants a feed full of tips and no way to, buy something or they're not feeling anything. It's just all tips. And vice versa. You don't want an entire feed with just entertainment unless you're a comedian. So you want a perfect mix of entertainment, education, emotion, and e commerce. So these reels that I post 3 times a week are going to be mixed in with some one at least one carousel every week, and I don't have a specific day for that. But what I am doing specifically is, and this is just me, take it with a grain of salt. You do not, you do you, but if you want to copy this, totally be my guest. I am going to be theming my reels. So a Thursday might be a thrifty Thursday, and I'm going to be sharing a reel that is something to do with thrifting. So for me and my brain, it's just really super helpful for a starting point for me to know, oh, okay, I don't have to restart and create the wheel from scratch. I know that Thursdays is going to be a thrift project and done and done, right? So pick those theme days if that's something that helps you as well, and then just go for it. Like I said, once I have my 3 real ideas, those are going to go and be batched, filmed on one day, and then I'm gonna be posting them out throughout the week, and when I post, I'm gonna make sure to tag the brand and reach out to the brand and do all of my comments all at once with the built-in timer, and bada bing, bada boom. That should make it not so overwhelming for me to attack this strategy for Instagram. All right. So let me hit stories real quick and we'll wrap this all up. So I feel like for stories, it's super helpful for me to have a strategy. I am very weak at this. I sometimes will go with no stories. Sometimes I have one story, and I really, really want to get better at this. Now, I have heard and I've personally witnessed that when you skip one day a week at least, with stories and let them completely expire, it really helps your account. So when you start posting them again, boom, 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 your views go up in your stories. So I'm just going to try really hard to do a mix up in my stories because the stories are so powerful. I have learned over the last few weeks with talking to so many people about Instagram how many people don't even go to the feed. Like, they view the entire platform through stories, and if it doesn't get in front of them on stories, then they don't see it. And there are people who are the opposite, but there are more people who are just spending all their time in stories or a combination of both places. So it's a super powerful place to be, and I want to make sure that my presence is solid there, and that requires consistency. So I'm going to make sure that I am sharing those reels that I post up into stories, that I share at least one affiliate link up there in stories. And you guys might be thinking, oh, I don't want to share Amazon. I don't want to be a salesperson up in my stories. You don't have to be. You don't have to be. It could be something as simple as, you know, something that goes along with your current genre. So I just am right now thinking of my friend Kelly, and she is doing, florals and gardening. And so is Kim. And so if they want to do a story and not feel salesy, they just do B-roll with their florals and just put a little link at the bottom for their weed killer or their weed or their flower feed or something. It doesn't have to be just in your face, "Oh, look what I bought and it's amazing and here you should buy it." It can totally be natural and flow, and people want to get what you have to offer them. So never forget that. So I want to do real an affiliate link, and I really want to get better about sharing blog posts up there. And this can be whether it's a blog post that you shared through a reel and you just share an old reel, or if it's just your featured image with the link, or if you want to do like a carousel post, maybe you do a flashback Friday for one of your carousel posts for the week, and it's just all of your images from that blog post. And that's something you can share up in stories too. But I really want to drive traffic from Instagram to my blog through stories. So that's going to be really important. And then we all, I feel like I speak for everyone when I say dread the whole face to camera in stories because you just feel this overwhelming, like, I don't want to get like face to camera today. Well, I'm going to tell myself that if I can do face to camera 2 to 3 times a week, I'm going to consider that killing it because I know I used to do it every day. So if I can at least get myself to do it 2 to 3 times a week, that will be great. But there does need to be other camera footage. So whether that's just of your pet or if that's just of you walking through your house but the camera's not on you, but you're talking about something and showing something, they still hear your voice and they completely connect. They immediately connect when they hear your voice and see what you're showing, or they feel like they're at your house and they don't have to see your face. So I'm going to be more intentional on making sure that I have footage that is either behind the scenes or just B roll at my house that doesn't have to be my face, but is still a connection. So you want to connect, you want to share your content, and you want to sell strategically without being slimy, right? And then, of course, promote your blog posts. So, I hope this was helpful. I hope this wasn't anything that was like, "Oh my word. I feel like a fire hydrant just got turned on." No, 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 no. Pick 1 or 2 of these things. Listen, I'm gonna put all of these in a great little outline in the show notes. Hop over there, click on it, see what works for you, see if there's any of these tactics or strategies that, you could implement to try to make your Instagram life a little easier is my goal. And then of course, go listen to those other 2 episodes because they are gold, my friend. They have so much gold in them. And those people are just killing it over there on the platform. So take some, you know, strategies and then take some, super goals and put them together. And I promise you, you've got this. You're going to grow, my friend. You are going to hit your goal, whatever that might be for your Instagram. And I believe in you. So until next time, stay creative. Thank you so much, my friend, for tuning in each and every week. If you learned something new or were inspired from today's episode, I would be incredibly grateful if you would take a minute and just leave a review. Bonus points if you share this episode by screenshotting it and tagging me on social at Creatives on Fire Podcast. I'll share you in my stories when you do. In the meantime, keep rocking your business and don't forget, no one else will ever be you. And that is your creative superpower.